to me is it's something you could build on. So you could start with something fairly small in terms of content that you already have and then build on it. Is that possible?
I think so. I mean, I think my recommendation would be to experiment,
Yeah.
even before you sort of put stuff into the public domain. It's just.
But you could do that at not too much cost, possibly, and experiment.
Well, I mean, that's the advantage of these browsers is, as soon as you try and develop apps, that's expensive because that takes weeks and months of developers' time. That's expensive. But using these publishing platforms, you can sort of get started with some of the free tools and just have a play and see what, try some ideas out. The data is obviously to do with the content. So if you're expecting a lot of overseas visitors, it might be wise to keep the content pretty sparse. Because obviously they're going to be paying for the download, as you say. So I think with some imagination you can create something that's very engaging, but without it having like 1 trillion polygons in it, and therefore take because it's not just about the cost; it's also the user experience. If you're downloading models into a mobile phone for rendering, that can take a little bit of time. So keep it simple, but not too simple, I suppose, is the advice. Good question. I mean, a really important point is they're not standardised yet. So I mean, obviously, there was conflict between the original web browsers, but there was a reasonable agreement on the platform HTML. There isn't agreement with these companies yet. I mean, I was actually at the AR Standards Committee meeting back in February, where the industry is trying to conform and come up with a universal standard, but it doesn't exist today. So if you develop content for one of those platforms, it doesn't run on the other one, and that one might not be there next year.
Standardisation is coming.
Yeah, just that standardisation is very much an ongoing and very much coming. Yeah. I think discovery is crucial actually. So how you discover these services, if you create them, how people find out about them. One of the things that these browsers do is they provide, they provide like a search platform. So if you're a later user in a new city, you can search for stuff. But that's probably not really, if you're investing in this, you probably just don't want to rely on that. So I think if you made a big investment into some content in one of these platforms or your own app, you'd absolutely want to be marketing that at the appropriate places. So whether that was in your literature that was going out to people out with the location, or telling people at your gallery or whatever, as they enter to download an application, you definitely want to think very carefully about how people discover it. That's critical.